Welcome to the deep dive. Ready to talk about Swiss innovation.
Absolutely. Always up for a good deep dive.
Most people think of mountains, chocolate, watches,
Right, the usual suspects.
but we're going beyond that today.
Way beyond. Switzerland's impact is much bigger than people think.
I was amazed by all the stuff I found while researching for this.
Me too.
Did you know Albert Einstein developed his theory of relativity while living in Switzerland?
I did. It's incredible, right? A small country making such huge contributions.
You also have some fascinating stuff on the scanning electron microscope.
Oh, yeah. A true game changer in scientific research.
And speaking of game changers, did you read about their history with weaponry?
You mean those Schmidt-Rubin rifles? Talk about precision engineering.
Exactly. And it's like that precision carries over into everything they do.
You're right, there's definitely a connection. Like, take their banking system.
Known for its security and reliability.
Yeah. Do you think that's connected to their reputation of their watches?
You know, I didn't think about that before, but it makes sense.
That attention to detail, it's almost like it's part of their national character.
Totally. Speaking of their banking system, any surprises in your research about how they became a financial powerhouse?
Honestly, I was surprised to learn how crucial those precise Swiss watches were for global trade, especially at sea.
Really? How so?
Think navigation, those intricate timepieces, they were vital for coordinating ships across vast distances.
Wow, I never considered that. So those watches weren't just fashionable, they were essential tools.
Absolutely. They kept international trade running smoothly.
Like the original global synchronizers.
Exactly.
And that global connection brings us to their transportation systems. Switzerland was one of the first countries to have an electric rail network, and that was way back in the early 1900s.
Yeah. Their commitment to sustainable transport is really admirable, especially given all those mountains.
Seriously, building those iconic alpine tunnels? Talk about feats of engineering.
The Gotthard Base Tunnel, for example. It's just mind-blowing.
It shows they were thinking long-term, even back then.
For sure. Now, this might be a bit of a jump, but did you see the stuff about Switzerland's role in the history of LSD?
Yeah. Albert Hofmann, the chemist who first synthesized it. Another Swiss innovator.
It's wild, right? Swiss innovation popping up in the most unexpected places.
Definitely a mind-altering discovery.
Speaking of mind-altering, their pharmaceutical industry is no joke.
Right. Companies like Novartis and Roche, they're major players.
Global leaders developing life-saving medications for some of the world's toughest diseases.
And it's not just about developing new drugs, it's also about accessibility.
Absolutely. They've been pioneers in producing high-quality generic medications.
Making treatment more affordable for people worldwide.
Exactly.
So it's clear their innovation isn't just about technology, it's about responsibility too.
I totally agree.
And that sense of responsibility definitely shows up in their approach to sustainability and green technologies.
For sure. Harnessing the power of the Alps for hydropower, they've been doing that for ages.
It's amazing how they've integrated those mountains into their energy solutions.
And it's not just hydropower anymore. They're at the forefront of solar panel development, constantly pushing for better renewable energy tech.
They really are creating a model for a sustainable future.
A model that combines innovation and respect for the environment.
And it's not just energy. They're also leading the way in waste management.
Switzerland has one of the best recycling systems in the world, working towards that circular economy ideal.
Minimizing waste and reusing materials as much as possible.
It's impressive.
It's like that Swiss precision and quality. We see it everywhere, even in how they handle their trash.
It's pretty remarkable.
But it's not all serious business in Switzerland. Let's not forget their cultural contributions.
Absolutely. Their impact goes way beyond science and tech.
Think about it. The Helvetica font, used globally.
Yeah. And then you have groundbreaking filmmakers like Jean-Luc Godard.
And of course, we can't forget the chocolate.
Oh, Swiss chocolate. A global symbol of quality and indulgence.
Brands like Lindt and Toblerone. It's like they've taken their obsession with precision and applied it to chocolate making.
Speaking of applying precision, did you come across anything about Swiss architecture in your research?
I did. I was struck by how their buildings, especially in the Alpine regions, blend functionality and sustainability.
Yeah, they really integrate their structures into the landscape.
It's not just building a house, it's becoming part of the environment.
That's very impressive.
It's amazing how Switzerland has managed to maintain this level of innovation and influence while remaining a relatively small and neutral country.
That's a really interesting point. It makes you wonder how that position of neutrality has shaped their culture.
And how it might have contributed to such a vibrant environment for innovation.
It's a fascinating question. Maybe we should take a closer look at Zurich, their economic hub, and see how it embodies this spirit of innovation.
Zurich seems like the perfect place to start. Let's dive into what makes it tick.
Sounds good to me.
From what I've read, Zurich's success comes from a combination of factors.
Like what?
Well, for starters, it's a global financial hub. Tons of international banks, financial institutions, insurance companies.
It's like the Wall Street of Europe, but with stunning mountain views.
Exactly. But they don't just attract businesses, they also invest heavily in nurturing homegrown talent.
Right. They have those prestigious academic institutions like ETH Zurich
A breeding ground for brilliant minds.
and those close ties between academia and industry that fuels a thriving startup scene.
Leading to breakthroughs in fields like artificial intelligence, fintech, and renewable energy.
It's like they've cracked the code for creating a perfect innovation ecosystem.
And on top of that, Zurich is a major transportation hub connecting the city to the rest of Europe and the world.
Oh yeah, Zurich Airport, one of the busiest and most efficient in Europe.
They've strategically positioned themselves to leverage their expertise and connect with global markets.
For sure. But let's not forget that Zurich isn't the only Swiss city driving innovation.
You're right. What about Geneva? It's like the diplomatic heart of the world.
Absolutely. It's home to the United Nations, the World Trade Organization.
They're tackling global issues and forging agreements.
And let's not forget its reputation for luxury.
Iconic watch brands like Rolex and Patek
Yo.
Philippe call Geneva home.
They've got that blend of international diplomacy, economic power, and a taste for the finer things.
And then there's Basel,
Oh yeah, a major player in the pharmaceutical industry.
home to giants like Novartis and Roche, leading the world in drug research and production.
It's amazing how they dominate such a competitive industry.
What's their secret?
I think it's their commitment to research and development coupled with their knack for creating a thriving biotech ecosystem.
Attracting both startups and international experts.
Exactly. And Basel's strategic location between Germany and France makes it a key transportation hub for Europe.
It's fascinating how Switzerland, despite its size, has cultivated such diverse centers of economic and technological innovation. We've got Lugano emerging as a fintech hub, and Zug
Crypto Valley.
is a global leader in blockchain and cryptocurrency development.
It's clear that their success comes from a carefully crafted combination of factors that have fostered a culture of excellence, stability, and adaptability. I think it's time we delve deeper into these factors.
Okay, let's do it. Where should we start?
How about their long-standing political neutrality? It seems like a good place to begin.
I agree. How do you think their neutrality has impacted their economic landscape?
Well, for one thing, it creates a sense of stability that attracts businesses and investors from around the world.
It's like they've created a safe haven in a world full of uncertainty.
Right. And their neutrality lets them build strong relationships across the political spectrum.
Which helps them navigate global markets and foster international collaborations.
It's a brilliant strategy.
But neutrality alone can't explain their success. What other factors have played a role?
While their unwavering commitment to innovation is key,
They consistently rank among the top nations in research and development investment.
always staying at the forefront of technological advancement.
It's like innovation is part of their national DNA.
It really is.
And it's not just about investing in research. They actively encourage collaboration between universities and private companies.
Creating that dynamic ecosystem where ideas are transformed into real-world applications.
Exactly. It's a recipe for success.
And let's not forget their remarkable diversification. Their economy isn't reliant on any single industry.
They haven't put all their eggs in one basket, which has made them incredibly resilient to economic shocks.
They've got a balanced blend of strengths: finance, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, renewable energy, tourism.
It's a smart approach.
Absolutely. But we can't overlook the foundation upon which their success is built, their education system and emphasis on vocational training.
You're right. Their education system is world-renowned for its quality.
Blending theoretical knowledge with practical skills through those apprenticeship programs.
They create a workforce that's highly skilled and incredibly adaptable.
Exactly. Their commitment to vocational training ensures that everyone, even those who don't go to university, have the skills and knowledge to succeed in specialized industries.
It's a system that values academic excellence and practical expertise equally.
I think that's a key takeaway.
And then there's their world-class infrastructure and seamless connectivity.
Those alpine tunnels are true marvels of engineering.
They've revolutionized international trade and transportation.
And those infrastructure investments haven't just boosted their domestic economy, they've also positioned them as a vital hub for international commerce.
Making Switzerland incredibly attractive to businesses looking for smooth access to European and global markets.
It all points to their long-term vision and commitment to building a sustainable and interconnected economy.
And the results are undeniable. They consistently rank at the top of global competitiveness indexes.
It's a clear indication of their strong infrastructure, highly educated workforce, and stable economic environment.
And of course, their currency, the Swiss franc, is seen as one of the safest and most stable in the world.
A safe haven for investors in times of global economic uncertainty.
A symbol of Swiss reliability and economic strength. Their economic model is truly remarkable.
Built on a foundation of neutrality, innovation, diversification, a highly skilled workforce, and top-notch infrastructure. It's a winning formula.
It really is. And they've achieved this incredible balance between economic growth and social well-being.
Creating a society that's both prosperous and equitable.
It's an example for the rest of the world.
Definitely. Their story is a testament to the power of long-term vision, strategic planning, and a commitment to excellence.
They haven't just stumbled upon success. They've meticulously crafted it through generations of careful stewardship and innovation.
So much for just mountain